What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Busy Brothers podcast, where we help you
find balance in the busy.
My name is DK Donkey Kong Drift King, or if you prefer, Derek Kerber, and this is...
I'm just Sean Kerber.
He's just Sean.
I don't have the cool, I don't have that.
Yeah, well, it's okay. You can figure it out.
That's fine.
You have the rest of your life.
I don't need extras.
You don't. Oh, that is very true.
You do.
And we're helping you find balance in the busy, if we haven't already said that. And we're two brothers with lots of kids and
lots of fun.
Pastor at church, married for over a decade each, and just loving life. We try and live everything
hunting,
that we
fishing,
do.
loving every day.
Yeah, right now it is hunting season.
It is.
And,
it was, and it was,
and it will be. It's almost
it
like
will be.
It will be.
That's where the key is it will be.
Yep.
And it's going to be better.
Yeah, and so far neither one of us have brought in any venison.
No.
And if you are not a hunter out there, that's okay. More deer for us.
That's fine.
And we love you.
It's
and
just
hopefully you love us.
One big mistake. That's all.
Today, what we want to do, and this whole idea of finding balance in the busy, really what we like to do is we live a submitted life. We live a humble life. And we are trying to learn this thing called life. Every time you add something, it needs to recreate you. When you add something called marriage into your life, it must recreate you, or your prior self will destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
When you add a child, you have to recreate. 2 children, recreate. 3 children, recreate. You're doing that soul thing again. You're just in the stair.
Right through you. Through you.
And so this whole portion about what we're going to talk about today is about how to win the week before it starts, okay? And so every time that you recreate yourself, it creates this understanding where you are comparing where you are to where you've been, but also giving you more hope for what you could be. And so this is really just looking back at one of those things that really the Holy Spirit helped look back and say, okay, this was not, and none of this came from me. None of this came from you. This all came from God. And so really what we want to do is teach you how to win the week before it starts. Now, the reason why we say that is because your time, if not managed, will be like your money. You can get to the end of the month and wonder, where the heck did it all go? Same thing with your time. You can be like, holy crap, it is December already, or November already, or January already, or we're in 2025 or 2026, whenever you're listening to this already. And if you didn't manage your time before you got into your time, it will elude you like a $20 bill at Disney World.
That doesn't even elude you. It doesn't even make it in the park. You're like, you coming in here, you need hundos.
You 20.
You need that Benny in your pocket.
Dude,
okay?
Mickey Mouse is asking, like, just give it.
Mickey Mouse is worse than the local church. He doesn't ask for 10%. He asks for a hundo.
And he is not telling you to lock the doors. They're locking the park until it's all out. And so basically the whole idea of today's premise is how for you to win your week before you get into it. And we're not going to get into practicals. This is not a practical like we did talking about the calendar and managing your time, your flows, your energies, like we just did with the Dan Martell messages that we are doing. This has everything to do with the mindset. This has everything to do with you winning the mental game before the game even starts. Because if you're taking notes, write this down. The mental game before the game determines the game. The mental game before the game determines the game. Let's look at it this way. This week is a very busy week for us in our ministry. We're actually getting ready at the time of this recording. As a church, we literally just had staff meeting from back-to-back meetings before that. Then we had our monthly worship experience team meeting. Then we're recording this, and I got some more meetings tonight. I got more meetings tomorrow, more meetings Wednesday, and then Thursday leads us into a 3-day leadership advance for our entire leadership team that we bring together. We have fun, we plan, we look into 2026, and we build. Now, the mental game before the game determines your game. If you look at your calendar on a Sunday night and you're looking and like, oh my gosh, there is 0 time for anything extra. Like I can't even call grandmommy and ask her to come over for dinner. Pappy, he's not coming because there's every night's full. Things are happening. Work is just stressing me out. The kids got to go to this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. And it's just like, before you get into the week, you're looking at your calendar and you're already feeling defeated and down before you get into the game. And so what we want to do is teach you, because life is going to be filled with those ups and downs. You're going to have some weeks where your calendar is empty. You're going to have those weeks where it's so full that you're wondering, why did we do this to ourselves? Where we like just gluttons for punishment. You're going to have those times where you just have no idea. You have nothing planned. And then it gets filled with everything else that gets thrown at you.
And I don't know about the weeks that have little in them.
Yeah, that never happens.
That doesn't happen too often. But when it does, one thing that I will say just when it comes to that is mentally knowing that this is going into those seasons where it's a busy season.
Yeah.
Preparing your mind for it. No,
100%.
it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
And know that there might not be a green pasture on the other side. You may see another busy week.
Yeah.
And you may have a month of busy.
Yeah.
But what you have to do is you have to look for those slivers of green.
Absolutely.
And just say, where can I deposit 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever time you have?
Yeah.
And where can I see those green pastures as, oh, that's a pivot moment.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be rush. I'm going to have a pivot moment on Monday at 5 o'clock. When I get done, I'm going to have about an hour before I have anything else planned. That's I'm going for that moment.
Yeah.
And then that prepares you. Okay. Then when that thing starts at 6 o'clock on Monday, you're like, all right, my next green moment is Wednesday at 12.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm going to push, I'm going to strive, I'm going to work towards these things.
For sure.
And knowing that you're going to give your best in everything that you do in every season, knowing that it isn't a 24/7 thing.
Yeah.
Like find those little slivers of hope, as those slivers of green, as I would like to call them, and say, okay, I'm preparing till this day at this time. Then I'm going to prepare for the next block, and I'm going to prepare for the next block. Because if you may see a week coming up that's just absolutely slammed full, you can find those moments throughout that week, so you don't have to mentally prepare for the entire week all in one sit.
Sure.
Because you may be able to. I take it day by day.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm managing that day, and I'm working on that day before I reach that day.
Yeah.
And I know, okay, like today, I knew I'm going to be going until 5-ish tonight. Then I have to go get some stuff for that leadership advance out in Glens Falls. Made a date night out of it.
Yeah.
And just said, we're going to get a babysitter. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to do all the shopping we need for that leadership advance, for the different things. And that's been my sliver today, to be honest, where I'm just looking at it, I'm like, okay, I just got to keep going. I got to keep giving it my all in every scenario I'm at. I know, like right now, I'm coming to that drainage moment where I'm just feeling, but I know I'm going to push through this. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have, because I know that there's a sliver coming.
For sure.
So that's me mentally preparing, because sometimes people will be like, well, how do you mentally prepare for an entire week? And I don't. You may. That may work for you. But
no, I do definitely. I do think you need to zoom out a little bit, because I feel like if you zoom out, that helps. It helps alleviate a lot of tension in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing a whole podcast on the idea of cycles, maturity, immaturity, what an immature mindset thinks and what a mature mindset thinks. We won't get into that today because it has to do with that, what I want to say, but I'm not going to say that. I think that zooming out is actually helpful, and it's necessary because it can give you the ability to do what we're talking about, winning that mental game before the game. Because you could also get into a thing. If you don't win the mental game before you get into the game, if you don't win it on Saturday night, Sunday night, whenever you're feeling that Monday morning blues on Sunday night, then what happens is that Sunday night blues will actually lead into the rest of the week. Meaning that if you don't win it then, you're not going to win it Monday morning. And unfortunately, many times is if you don't manage it then, it's going to come into that sliver of green where you had an hour to do this or a time to actually schedule golfing. You're going to bring your ugly into that golf if you do not win it before it even happens. So the whole idea of this is basically getting into a place of where we can win this thing in our mind. So that way, when I step into it, I'm more productive. Because if I don't win it in my mind, no matter how much you try and grin and what's the word I'm looking for?
Grit and bear.
Grit and bear. You're not going to be performing at your peak performance because mentally you don't want to be there. Mentally you think it sucks. It goes all the way into what we talked about a couple episodes ago about your internal perspective turns into your external projection. If you internally are personifying a week filled with it's just going to drain me, it's going to suck the life out of me, you are going to personify that in action, in word, in deed, in your personality, in your body language to everybody around you. And so winning it into a place to be like, okay, I don't have to figure out psychologically what's going to give me joy this week. I think the biggest thing that we need to do is zoom out and make sure that we know what we are about to do plays a part in a bigger thing. Because if you take it only in these little micro clips, you might get through all of it, but if there's no point into a bigger picture, then you're never going to be able to measure if you're actually attaining a measurable goal to a bigger and better future.
Yeah.
And so it'd be almost like somebody who, let's just say they're trying to measure for retirement or measure to grow their business and whatnot. And so if you're just grinning and bearing it to get through a week and you're responding to emails and you're doing your thing at work, and then you get to the weekend and you worked hard, and you got your paycheck on Friday and then you blow it on the weekend, that gives you even more blues for the next week because you didn't have a goal of, I'm going to set a portion of this aside for retirement. We're going to do this with it. We're going to set up something for the kids. If you know that there is something bigger that you're pointing to with what you're doing, it will create the ability for you to win this thing in your mind before you get into the game.
It all goes down to a mentality of, are you going to be reactionary or proactive? Are you going to be reacting to your life, or are you going to be proactive with your life? And in order to do, and a lot of people, we get this a lot of people get this, like, how do you do so much with everything that you have? Like, I can barely do anything, because we're proactive with what we're doing. Now, we're not perfect. Let me, don't get it twisted. We are not perfect whatsoever, but we are proactively looking forward and say, okay, in 6 months, I got this. In 3 months, I got this. I know tent season's coming in 6 months, 5 months, whatever it is. And I need to start preparing for that now. And I'm not the greatest, but I'm working towards that. I know that's coming. It's not like the first thing is coming. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this business, or yeah, I forgot I had that. No, I'm actively thinking through that. And a lot of that does go to the natural of looking ahead, but it also just knows, like, I'm preparing because I chose to have 4 kids, because I chose to have a business, because God chose me to do this calling that is so big. I chose all that. So I have to be okay with the demands that it comes with that. And I have to be okay with, okay, I'm not going to have Friday night with the boys every week. I had to mentally prepare that that's just not something I'm not going to do, not because it's not good, not because it's not valuable, but I'm addressing the mental game before I get into it. So whenever it comes around and the boys are posing around at the pool table or whatever, I'm not having FOMO because I'm like, I chose this life. So I'm mentally prepared that I'm going to have to sacrifice some things that I didn't necessarily want to, but that's winning the game before you ever get to the game.
For sure.
And not wondering, well, I wish I had the lifestyle of a single guy. Well, I can't. I haven't. I decided not to. And now I can't even go back to that. I can't even think about that.
I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't either. But I'm just saying in general, like, because that's another dichotomy that happens in life is we want what somebody else has, but we're not willing to do the mental work that they do. Or we think that that person has it better than me. That may not be the case. They may want exactly what you want, but it's all between the ears. Everything is between the ears. And if you want a great perspective on your life, go to God, don't go to other people.
When I say that comment, I wouldn't want that. It is subjective to the season that I'm in right now. That doesn't mean that anyone who's single out there, you're looked at as less.
No, you have the gift of singleness.
Yeah, and right now it is a gift. But for me, I wouldn't want to change that and go back to that right now.
But that's a mental decision that you've had.
Oh yeah,
you've won the game. Before you got to the game, because you decided, I'm not going to regret what I don't have. For sure. I'm going to focus on what I do have.
Absolutely, and that's one way for you to be able to win the game mentally before you enter the game physically. Because listen, if you don't win it in your mind, you won't win it in your time. It's just not going to happen. You can put on a fakey face, but people will read right through you You can do it for maybe one meeting, but you won't be able to do it for 10.
Mhm.
And so I am so key on just living life authentically
Mhm.
because it takes so much more effort for you to live fake than it is for you to just live real. And so in order for us to do that, we've got to take the time to win this in our mind.
Mhm.
And so one of the ways that you can win it in your mind is to really don't let the week start without you. Don't let the week start without you. One thing that we've wrote down here is a key thought. You can't have a peaceful week with a panicked mindset.
Mm-mm.
You cannot have a peaceful week with a panicked mindset. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. If you're continually panicked, worrying, even Jesus said, how can any of you add a cubit to your stature? Meaning, can you make yourself taller by worrying?
Mm-mm.
Can you make yourself have more food on the table by worrying? That is not how this works. Jesus said sufficient, worrying about tomorrow. Listen, there's sufficient enough for you to think about today. Don't worry about tomorrow.
Mhm.
And so he was teaching us in that is that whenever we get all crazy and worried, we make stupid decisions.
Mhm.
You're not benefiting yourself when you are worrying about those things. And so in order for me to win the week physically, I need to win it the day before, the week before, the month before.
Mhm.
And I think it's so vital because when we step into that week, we've got to keep telling ourselves, this is the day the Lord has made.
Mhm. And I will rejoice and be glad in it.
The psalmist didn't say, this is the day the Lord has made, and I might rejoice,
Mhm.
or I could rejoice, or I might if things go my way. He says, I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice. And so that scripture is exactly this thought. The mental game before the game determines the game.
Mhm.
If you go in with a sour attitude, you are going to play a sour game. I mean, just look at sports. Just look at sports.
Oh,
If you've got a 10-2 team going about to play a 2-10 team,
Mhm.
most of the time, the underdog, not saying all the time, but they'll come in and they'll upset by a lot the better team.
Yeah.
It's because the people who have a better record went in without the mental game.
Mhm.
And without like, oh, we're just going to roll over them. This is going to be easy. Listen,
Mhm.
some of the worst sermons I preached were ones that I thought I had on lock. Some of the worst days that I went to are the ones that I thought I had on lock.
Mhm.
Oh, I got this and then this and then this, and we're going to be good. And then something else came in and took this over here and it just flipped the whole thing. And then I'm getting frustrated because this person or that person, it doesn't help.
Mhm.
And so the mental game cannot just be, and this is where I want to get spiritual for just a moment.
Mhm.
It cannot just be you and me making sure that I use positive affirmations in a way to change my mental and psychological state.
Because that only works for so long.
That's motivation.
Yeah. Like I said, it only works for so long. It's not meant to sustain you.
Yeah.
Motivation is not, if you live off of motivation, there's days when you're unmotivated.
Mhm.
Like you just can't muster up the motivation. Like it's a fleeting thing. And when I think, one of the things I think is a better word is we need to be driven.
Well, that's what I was going to kind of get
Okay,
into.
go ahead.
Because the difference between motivation and inspiration
Mhm.
is motivation is an external source trying to move you.
Mhm.
Inspiration is an internal desire that pulls you.
Mhm.
It's a totally different concept. One is me trying to push let's go back to deer hunting. It totally back to deer hunting. Motivation sometimes is like trying to drag a 200-pound 10-point buck out the woods.
If that was God's will, let it be done.
Absolutely. Let it be done in Jesus' mighty name. You and I have both carried a deer out the woods. We've dragged a deer out the woods.
This thing's 700 pounds. You bring it to the scale at 70.
Yeah, pretty much. And it is so much harder when an external source tries to move something.
Yeah.
But if that deer was alive and it saw me,
that buddy can run.
That thing is inspired to move. He liked to move it. Not me, but it's moving away. And so that's
he's still got a chance if he's in front of him.
Definitely got a chance because I am not I hunt, I don't kill.
Don't call yourself a hunter.
I try.
You walk in the woods.
No, I sit in the woods.
You walk into the woods about 100 yards and you sit in the woods.
In my tree stand, and I listen to the last.
That's probably why you don't see
one
deer.
Earbud. I put one beer bud. Yeah,
One beer bud. Yeah,
that was just the one beer hung.
we're going to the beer bubs.
So I put one earbud in, and I listen to something. Cody Sanchez, Bill Johnson, something. I can still hear out the other ear. That crinkling, most of the time, the crinkling is the squirrel. Speaking of squirrels, we got to stop.
Anywaysers.
And so that's the difference, okay? Dragging a deer out is like motivation. It's a lot harder. It can be done, but it's a lot harder. There's a lot more damage. There's a lot more things that are part of the, like, you're going to have to tag team some more with other people to help get it done. But inspiration is something that comes from within.
And I think what I was going to go off of was like being driven. Sometimes you're in sixth gear going 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're in first gear going 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're still making progress.
For sure.
It's not, and that's another thing is like mentally thinking, I'm going to go 100 miles an hour every single day.
Yeah.
Some people are crazy enough and they can do that.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. And that's okay. You don't have to be not so crazy, super guy, super girl to do this life that we've been living.
Yeah.
Just stay and drive.
Yeah.
Don't put it in park. And for the love of Jesus Christ, do not put it in reverse.
Yeah.
Stay and drive.
For sure.
And even if you're going a mile an hour, keep going forward.
Absolutely.
Don't allow yourself to get stagnant in your faith, in your mental game. Stay and drive.
Yes.
Because even if you're in first gear at 1 mile an hour, someday you're going to be hitting sixth gear at 60 miles an hour.
Still moving.
You're still
Right
moving.
direction. Have you ever thought about it this way? So you literally are going in the highway, and you have this ETA that you're going somewhere, and it tells you you're going to arrive at this time, and it doesn't move even if you're going 5 or 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you're trying to reduce the minutes it takes to get there. So the faster you go, it seems you are making progress, but it doesn't seem like you're breaking progress.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stop to go to the bathroom, and you might have stopped for 10 minutes, you lost 30 minutes on your drive.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, what the heck happened? It's like I can stop for 10 minutes and lose 20. Why can't I go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit and gain 20?
And that's a great philosophy for life.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point.
That's where I was going.
And that's exactly the point. It's stay and drive, keep moving. Even if it feels like, even if you get into that week and you're like, it's going to be a rough week, but I'm going to stay and drive. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have in every scenario that I'm in. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and God will fill in the rest.
Yeah.
So many times in productivity, in business, and all these other things, we plan, we prepare, we strategize without God.
Yeah.
And we don't factor in the main point of he's going to come in and he's going to fill in where you cannot. Yeah. And that's the beauty of having a relationship with him is he's the great equalizer. Yeah. So if you miss that deadline, is that if you happen to have too much planned or this, that, and the third, and you're starting to wear out, God can restore that. God can heal that. God can fix that. But if you don't take the time to go to him and you don't plan at least that time and have the mental game where I'm going to go to God, then you're going to miss it altogether. But you have to come to the game knowing I'm going to do the best I can with what I have, and God's going to fill in the rest.
And I think this is everything to do with everything in your life. This isn't just for business or your calendar or your productivity. This is your marriage. This is like going back last year to when I have a revelation on fasting. I went into fasting and I hated it. What's the point? Mm-hmm. I'd get a day into fasting, wondering like, God, why would you do this to me? I'm angry. I'm not listening to anybody. I'm just acting like Quilla DeVille. Yeah, Job. Yeah, Job's friends.
Job's friends.
And so until I got the revelation on fasting, and I went into the fast, because when I went into the fast, I was just like, oh, I really don't want to do this. This is going to suck. Blah, 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 blah. It made the fast way worse. I didn't hear from God. There was no revelation. And so it literally profited me nothing. Mm-hmm. It was like the resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. It was offbeat, just like
the church is doing it, so I should probably do it.
Yeah, or anything.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. In 1 Corinthians 13, if you act and do acts of love without love, it's like that lady who has a tambourine on worship, offbeat, louder than a 3-year-old in Walmart mess. And it's like, stop, just stop. And that's what you feel. If you go in with that mindset, you're like, stop, just stop. I don't want to do this anymore. When you know you really should just keep going. Like you're dying, keep going. If we can change our mindset before we step into the game, I promise you, when my mindset changed about fasting, it changed my fasting journey 100%.
And that, again, and then again, that goes to everything in life.
Yeah.
Like when people's financial outlook changes, it's because they had a mind shift.
Absolutely.
And everything starts between your ears.
Yeah.
You want to start working out. It doesn't start by going to the gym. It start believing I can be a healthier person.
I think I said this in the podcast before that says the heaviest weight to lift is you to the gym.
Yeah. And it's heavier for some others.
Why would you do that? Let's move on. Oh, jeepers. Okay, so one thing that you can do physically within winning the mental game before the game, determining the game, is instead of going into the week saying, oh, this week is going to drain me, go into the week saying, this week is going to grow me. Instead of going into the week saying, I can't handle this, start saying, with God's grace, I can make it happen. With God's grace, I can do it. God's grace is already in it. So there's so many different ways that you can do it. Again, Romans 12:2, be ye transformed
by the renewing
of your mind. So key, so key. So number one, win it in your mind. Don't let the week start without you. That's winning the mental game before the game, determining the game. And number two, one way that you can win the mental game before the game to determine your game is, I can guarantee you, who's your favorite team again?
I don't know what.
Whichever one wins on your fantasy team.
Football, I don't have a favorite team, but if you want, let's go hockey. Is the Minnesota Wild.
Okay, Minnesota Wild. All right, I don't know hockey. Go to football. I really don't know anything about it. Are there plays in hockey, or are they just free for all?
It's not a free for all, but
do they have plays?
Yes, but they're
not like football.
It's not as strategic as football.
Okay.
For me, football has the most strategic plays where there's blocking patterns, passing patterns, and you can follow the game.
Oh, okay.
So
go to football, much easier analogy.
Let's go to Bills. We'll say the Bills.
Okay, Bills. If you're watching the Buffalo Bills, I can guarantee you, who's the coach for the Buffalo Bills?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott.
McDermott,
the coach, whoever he is. Sean McDermott, whatever. He doesn't go into the game with a blank sheet of paper.
No.
There are predetermined plays that he has probably already chosen. They're going to change. Things are going to happen.
No, they have the first, 12 plays or something like that already drawn up before the game even starts.
Even better.
These are the 12 plays, and then and here's another thing about football. Now you got me going. Sorry.
All right.
But whenever
it's all we need to do,
if it's 3rd and 10, they have a playbook. If it's 3rd and 2, they have a playbook. If it's 3rd and 15, they have a different playbook. Like they have different sets of plays that are designed for different moments.
That analogy will preach.
Preach.
So again, just exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Every part of our life has a different circumstance, algorithm, different place, different thing. One week might be busy, but busy might be different in the next week because you go from one season of sports with your kids to the next season of sports, and then you throw in dance and cheering. Work conflicts, you have nighttime routines, meetings, all these types of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's going to change.
Yeah.
And so one week you might have a 3rd and 2, and the next night you might have a 3rd and 15. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
But all of those plays are set, those game plans are set before the game even starts. And so within this, one of the best things that you can do within winning the game before you get into the game is starting mentally preparing for different scenarios, different plans, thinking about what could we do, what can we do better? If this happens over here, what are we going to do? My wife and I sit down weekly, and when it comes to our budget now, we will create a play. We know the debt pay down, what we want to do. We know the bills that are coming up, what week that they are coming in. So we sit down and we go through, and we have a play that we create before the week even happens. So when the paycheck drops, we run the play. The other week, we got our taxes back and whatnot, and there was more money in the account than is normal. And then so what we did was, as we sat down, we were like, holy crap, we didn't know what was coming today. Before we do anything, we made a play before I went to work. We did the play. By the end of the weekend, My wife goes to the account. She's like, where'd all the money go? I'm like, I put it over into savings. We made the play. We ran it. She's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes me feel better. And so it's like create the play and run the play. And so if we can
can I add
please.
something? Trust the play.
Yeah.
If you create the play and you run the play, trust the play.
Yeah.
Let the play do what it's supposed to do. And don't get into second guessing, third guessing, fourth guessing. Every time it's like, well, this came up and now we need to change the play. No, run the play.
And even if you lose to a superior team like the Patriots, I mean, listen, a whole nother season.
Wow, Nate, we're coming after you today. I'm sorry.
Our producer, Nate, is a big Bills fan, and he could probably talk into the mic too and like just openly rebuke us, but I have known nothing about football. I don't know.
You know nothing.
I play it a little bit, but I probably could now.
Yeah.
But either way, run the play. You can't run a play unless you have a play.
Yeah.
And here's the cool thing about a play. It unifies the team.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the route that they need to run, the block that
and you know the minute somebody doesn't know the play.
Oh, gosh, yes.
The minute you see somebody out of line, you're like, that brother right there, he don't know the play.
Yeah. Which leads us into point number 2. Plan before you play. Set the game plan before the whistle blows. Jim Rohn has a quote, and I love this. The great time to start your week is when it's finished. A great time to start your month is when it's finished. A great time to start your year is when it's finished. We're going into our leadership advance, and we already know what we want to do into 2026.
Oh, yeah. We have
the end goal.
Yeah.
We have to create the play still before we get there, but we got an end goal. This is what we're doing. And this is the same way that we should do with our finances. How much debt do you want to pay down this year? How many different businesses do you want to start this year? Do you have a plan over the next 10 years? Like let's just say you have a goal to make 7 figures. You can call it gross, net, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, 7 figures. My apologies. My brain was off. 7 figures. Okay, you need to start breaking down. What does that look like? If your end goal is to make 7 figures, 6 figures, $500,000, you need to start breaking down what does that look like? Okay, if that's the thing, you got to think about a plan. What avenue do you want to do? Do you want to do real estate? Do you want to do business? Do you want to do a serial entrepreneur? Or if that's the case, you choose your lane and then you start deciding what plays do I need to make this year. You're not going to be able to start from $50,000 a year to $500,000 a year in 1 year. I mean, some people can, but most people won't. How do I break this down to start breaking the $100,000 barrier, $150,000 barrier, $250,000 barrier? And what steps am I making over the next 5 years that I need to prepare for it now? Like our play right now is that we're not buying anything. Like we have to fix $10,000 worth of stinking stupid cars, but it's to pay down debt. This is strategically what we're trying to do, pay down debt. So when something does happen, we're ready. That's our play. Yeah. That's what we're running. And it's boring as heck.
Yeah, especially for you.
So boring.
You don't like running the ball on 3rd and 1.
I hate running what I feel like is on the treadmill. I hate running, period.
Yet you sign up for a 20-mile race that you have to go over 40 obstacles.
It's the camaraderie.
You have I'll have the camaraderie at the finish line with all the guys who said, "You guys had fun, didn't you?" But no, I get that. And another thing is sometimes the boring thing is the thing you miss too. And Nate's great at saying this. Like and going back to football, if you run 3 to 4 yards every play, you get a first down. Almost, if you run 4 yards every play, you get a first down every 3 downs. Yeah, that's how you can win a game. And 4 yards is literally taking 2 strides and laying down. Yeah, if you do that every single play, but you're gonna get a touchdown.
Those plays aren't gonna make it into the ESPN highlight reel.
Oh goodness!
But so many times we are so wanting to be in everyone else's highlight reel, but yet one good play in a game, and if you lose the game. What good was it? If you want this successful crypto business, just 3-4 yards, 3-4 yards, 3-4 yards. You want a successful marriage? 3-4 yards, 3-4 yards, 3-4 yards. I love that. We're going to stick with football. Next week's going to be football, basketball, all the things.
Not basketball. I'm not a huge basketball.
Does anybody know how long we've been going? 33 minutes. Oh, we're doing great.
Look at us. A round of applause for...
So plan before you play. What's the plan?
What's the plan?
I'm going to ask you.
What's the plan?
If you don't have one, it's okay.
For me?
Yeah. What's your guys' family plan financially? I I haven't gotten even into my wife with the 2026 plan for us yet, other than financially. So what's your guys' financial
So
plan right now?
number one is buy a house, get it in our name, and we looked at our budget and we're like, hey, we need to. With this house comes more responsibility, comes more,
Yep.
all the things. So we're like, all right, so we need to make more money.
Yeah.
What's our plan? And we've talked to, all right, we're going to increase business. We're going to
Ask for a raise.
No, I'm not going to ask for a raise. No, that's. Trust me, if anything, it's a pay decrease. Let's go there first, and then stop. Let's go there. I mean, yeah. Anyways, but ours is going to be pay down, get the house in our name, and reorganize our lifestyle, where the bills are coming from, how we're going to pay them, our work structure, and it's really, we're still in the process of like, all right, how we're in the process. We know what.
Yeah.
We want to pay down the debt. We want to get it out of our lives. And a lot of it was just the stupid things that we did.
Yeah.
And those are just the things we're looking at. We're like, those are the areas we want to do, but it's not necessarily in concrete yet.
Yeah.
As far as our family, just continually doing what we're doing. I think we've set up a pattern and we've set up a play of our life. And we're just going to keep running it and keep doing life that way. And when something comes up, it's like, all right, we got to change the play. Yeah. I know for us, we got to start potty training 2 kids at the same time. Yeah. And they have to be potty trained by September. So we look at it usually around June-ish. We'll be like, all right, we have 3 months. Let's get it done. Yeah. And we'll take the next 3 months. We'll get it done. They'll be on a schedule. And then we ship them off to preschool. Yeah. And so that's another plan that we're working on. It's like, all right, what is this going to look like? And then
half the house gone.
I know, it's literally half the house gone, and it's going to be glorious for the wife, so she can have some time to homeschool and to do those types of things. So those plans, it's just we're more on a month to month right now. It's like, okay, what's this month? What's this month? How are we going to keep doing this? Yeah. And we're right now we're in the grind of life, and we're preparing. I think we're prepared mentally, because we talk a lot about it. Yeah. But as far as the X's and O's and the very strategic things, we haven't done that quite yet. But we have a plan of what we want to do.
And that's the beauty of the whole idea of like adulting. It's like it's always changing because we're in that same thing. We know what we want to do. It's just a matter of, okay, is what we're doing working to accomplish what we want to do? Mm-hmm. And if not, what do we need to adjust? Or do we need to make a complete shift in how things are managed? So those are all healthy conversations that still, they're painful, they're hard, they're difficult.
Oh, they're not fun.
And it's so much easier to just ignore the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Ignore. Like, if you go on a weekend of fun, you don't want to look at the bank account Sunday night.
No.
But you got to confront it.
Yeah.
If you just did a piece of stupid, it wasn't planned, then you got to confront it the sooner the better and fix it. Yeah. Or if you go in with a plan, you won't go crazy on the weekend or realize that your paycheck won't go as far in fun as you thought. So all those types of things to lead into planning that week out. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I really love about the idea of planning a week out is the ability to know what you're doing before you're doing it. Some people don't like, some people like to be free. There's a lot of times I like to be free.
But you can plan you're free.
Exactly. So if you like to be free and to do what you want, the problem is if you don't have a plan, you will end up doing nothing with the time that you think you could be productive with it. And so if you have a week of everything scheduled between time, things that you need to get done, tasks, fun, things that you want to do, then you know that there are times that are not going to be wasted, really. And so I really would think it would be fun for all of us to take this. We talked about this a couple episodes ago about your time. What's it called?
Budget.
Yes, your time budget. Where is your time actually going? Because if we were really to dig deep into our phones, 90% of the time, the thing that tells you what you spend time on which app, it's not accurate. But it would at least give you an understanding of where most of your time is going. Because if it was accurate, you would really be able to see how much time you might actually be spending on social media that could be being used to grow yourself and to grow whatever it is that you want to grow. There's so much time there. And so review your calendar, review your heart, ask what's important this week, what needs to wait, where do I need to rest, schedule your values, not just tasks. Make sure that you are prioritizing prayer, family time, your physical time, working out, Sabbaths, all those types of things. And those are the ways that you're going to be able to win the week before the week. And I just think the most unifying thing that you can do is create a play and run the play with the family.
Yeah.
And then every week go back at it saying, okay, what play do we need to run? Is it 3rd and 15? What playbook do we need to run?
Mhm.
What do we need to change? And I honestly think it's so much more fun doing life like that than always living life reactive like you were talking about.
And I to tag on that, also teaching your kids anchors.
Yeah.
So our kids know Saturday night when they go to bed. Our kids are, I don't know why our kids are this way, but they are. They always want to know what we're doing tomorrow. Do your kids do that?
Yeah.
Oh, they're always like, we put them to bed. What are we doing tomorrow? And it's like, relax and I'll tell you tomorrow. Go to sleep. But usually it's like, well, tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday's dance. Wednesday's youth. You're going to Grandpa and Grandma's. So Caroline can go to dance. Tomorrow's Thursday. What's Thursday? Thursday's hockey day. We go to hockey. What's Tuesday? Tuesday's hockey day. What's Sunday? It's Saturday night. What's tomorrow? It's church day. Oh, I know what church day is. Church day is we go to church, we come home, we take a nap. We're home with the family that afternoon, or we go down to the in-laws, whatever. They know the rhythm of the week. And I think some of this is a lot of rhythm based, where it's like we're in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Because the play has been running and we're just continually running that same play over and over again. And that's 4 yards every single week. And sometimes we may be able to drop back and throw a 25-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Where we got a list of things done. Sometimes we might take a sack.
Yeah.
And we might lose 4 yards.
Yeah.
And then we have to punt the ball away, and then we have to come back next week.
Try it again.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah.
And knowing that, going to point number 3, that every day, every week, protect the peace on the inside.
For sure.
Knowing that if you maybe lost this week, maybe you didn't plan effectively, maybe the account was in the red when you woke up, maybe you didn't have enough couple time or family time. Okay, we're still good.
Yeah.
We're still okay. This isn't going to tear our life into a million pieces. We're okay.
Absolutely.
God's got my back. We're going to get back on the horse.
Got my back.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But really protect that peace on the inside. No, we're going to be good.
Yeah.
I say this all the time to people who struggle with anxiety, and this may not help some people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, it's very helpful. It's just zoom out and be like, okay, what does this look like 3 years down the road? Am I going to be worrying about this in 3 years? Is it really worth it for me to be up right now?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, because when I deal with that anxiety and that anxiousness, I just have to say no.
Yeah.
No. I can't fix it at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, come on.
I can't call the bank and get it fixed at 3:30 in the morning. I can't roll over to my wife and have a deep conversation about the emotional struggles I'm having at 3:30 in the morning. I can't go and play chess with my kids at 3:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Why am I worried about it now?
Yeah.
Protect that and be like, God, you got this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to sleep.
It just goes to show that faith is so important.
So,
because
how people live without it, I have no idea.
I have no clue.
No idea.
I'm going to close with this, a story from Bill Johnson. He talks about a physical way that he gets to a place of bringing peace back. Mm-hmm. He would go through the day. He would start, things were going well. He had peace. Everything was good. And then all of a sudden, a part of the day, he would realize, holy smokes, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. And he would stop in that moment, and this is where I would encourage you. If you find yourself into a place of halfway during the day, you wake up, going to bed, in the middle of the night, like you were talking about, if you find that you're stirred on the inside in an unhealthy way, worrying, anxiety, whatever, stop. And he said, I had peace. I just needed to take a moment and stop and figure out where I left it. Mm-hmm. And so he would think about, okay, I had peace here, I had peace there, I had peace there. And then it would remember, oh, there was a conversation I had with somebody on the phone on the way into work. And he's like, that's what I'm carrying. Mm-hmm. And so he would have to go back and ask the Holy Spirit, where did I leave my peace? Go back into that conversation, wrestle with the Lord in prayer, give that care and worry to Jesus, get his peace back from God, and go about the rest of the day. That is a great tool that anybody that deals with that overwhelmed, I'm getting to a place where I'm losing the mental game, take a moment, pray, ask the Holy Spirit, where did I leave my peace? Mm-hmm. Because Jesus said, my peace be with you, my peace I leave with you. Mm-hmm. And when he goes to prepare a place for us, he didn't take his peace with him. Mm-mm. He left his peace here for me. So if Jesus had peace in the middle of the storm, I can too. I just need to learn how to choose peace rather than the problem. With that being said, next week we're going to be actually talking to you under the subject title. If you can pull it up faster than me.
No.
Oh yeah, you're bringing the one next week with your idea of seek, align, and act. And I think we just need to end this one today because we could go on for hours.
Oh,
but we don't want to drag you into that. We would start slurring our words and it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, and it's not because of the coffee; it's because of exhaustion.
Ah.
But we love you all.
Yes.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things, and we're just honored that you would call us friends, that you would call us counselors, that you would call us leaders, that you would love on us, and we love you.
Let everybody know.
Chunk deuces.
See you on the next one.